Who the hell knows what's going to happen? Let me tell you something about life. We all have this illusion that we're in control. I wanted to play pro football. Some guy takes my knee out. I graduate from school. I'm going to drive my motorcycle across country and some suit pulls my draft number. I work my ass off to send my daughter to college. Some juggler knocks her up.
Again, sir, I'm very sorry about that.
I put in the years. I build my business so I don't have to answer to anyone. And I still have to jump through hoops to get a damn sausage.
You lost me there at that last part.
Look, all I'm saying is things are always going to change and you have to deal with it. But the good news is, 5 years from now, while you're playing with your grandkid, you won't even remember today.
Get ready for the real talk, the grind, and the hustle. You're tuned into Nothing But Up, the podcast. Season 3, with your host,
Jamir Angelo.
Welcome to the podcast. This is Jamir Angelo, your host for Nothing But Up, the podcast. And I'm coming to you live from my simple home office here in the province of South Cotabato. This episode is presented to you by Funnel Expert PH, enabling business coaches, entrepreneurs, e-commerce stores, and real estate clients to scale their businesses through sales funnels. Visit our site at funnelexpertph.com to book a free consultation call. And also presented to you by White Coat, the content creation house. Crafting content for the world's most famous brands, organizations, and high-profile public figures. With offices in the UK and Singapore. Visit their site at whitecoat.tv to book a free discovery call. Well, you're tuned in today to Season 3, Episode number 7. And we're back at it again with another episode that hopefully should inspire you and you can get some nuggets from. Now guys, today's episode is one of those episodes that isn't meant to entertain you. It's actually meant to wake you the fuck up. The title, Everything Changes, you have to deal with it. Because the truth is pretty simple. I mean, life really doesn't give a shit about your comfort zone. It doesn't care about your plans. It doesn't care about your expectations. Life changes. And I mean, people change. Business changes. You change. Time actually changes. And the people who win, the people who thrive, are not the ones who avoid change. They're the ones who fucking adapt. So today, I'm going deep into this topic from every single angle. I mean, as an entrepreneur, as a freelancer, as a father of 7, and now as a grandfather. And I'm giving you stories, lessons, or maybe punches in the chest and perspective, shifts that'll stick with you forever. Now, let's get something straight here. Change is not the problem. Your resistance to change is the fucking problem. Now, most people want stability, because who doesn't, right? Most people want predictability. They want the world to stay still so they don't have to stretch, grow, or evolve. But you see, life keeps moving. The market keeps shifting. Your situation keeps, evolving. Your family keeps growing. Your priorities keep reshaping. And if you can't adapt, then you're done. And guess what? I learned that pretty early in my life, which brings me to this example. So people see me today, see my results today, but they don't see the years when everything was really unstable. Funnels stopped converting. I had to pivot. Facebook changed the rules, then pivot again. Clients changed direction last minute, pivot again. AI came in play and disrupted the whole industry. It's time to evolve. And I had, years where I didn't even recognize my own business every 6 months. But that's why, and that's the reason why I'm still here. Because every time life said change, I said, fuck it, let's go. This is actually the difference between short-term players and long-term winners. Right? Let's talk about freelancing for a second. I mean, brother, it's survival mode. And most freelancers know about this. 1 month you're killing it. The next month, dead silent, no leads, no clients, no income. And you still, of course, have bills to pay. You still have responsibilities. You still have people depending on you. And freelancing taught me to be adaptable as hell. Learn new skills, learn new tools, learn how to sell better, learn how to read people, learn how to pivot instantly. Freelancing actually gave me the ability to survive any season, good or bad. And also, let me just share this over with you because this is somewhat a bit personal, but I know that could really help you. So, guys, I have 7 kids. Okay, raising 7 kids every day is a plot twist. Because, one kid needs emotional support, one needs guidance, one hits a new life phase, one suddenly needs advice about friends, one is struggling in silence, one wants independence, one needs more time with you. And parenting isn't one size fits all. You have to freaking adapt. You grow with them. You evolve as they evolve. And honestly, my kids taught me more about leadership than any business book ever did. Same like me being a grandfather now. Like that, life hit me with something new. And that's grandfatherhood. Holding that baby, it shifted everything. Having to see VJ, it really was a total shift because legacy matters more. Time feels more precious. The future feels more serious. And it really forced me to step up, not just for me, not just for my kids, but for the next generation. Change that big doesn't break you. It makes you fucking unstoppable. Now, let's try to go deeper here. Maybe a bit harder, a bit bolder, because these are some few examples that would really hit your soul. These are the lessons that shape everything. Now, maybe we can talk about personal resets that only pain can force. So, life threw punches at me that I didn't see coming. Financial stress, that feeling of overwhelm, exhaustion, business uncertainty, family pressure, moments of self-doubt, and every time life knocked me down, I rebuilt, I relearned, I reinvented and refocused because change forces real growth. And the day I realized nobody was coming to save me, this is the moment that made me who I am today. There was this time when things were really tough, guys. I mean, really, really fucking tough. You know, from a business point of view and perspective, clients totally vanished. Cash flow suddenly stopped. You know, pressure everywhere. And I remember sitting here thinking, who do I call for help? And the answer was nobody. That's when I realized your life is your responsibility. Your success is your responsibility. Your comeback is your responsibility. When you stop waiting for someone to save you, you become truly dangerous. Now, let's talk about losing people who you thought would stay. One of the hardest changes, right? Losing people you never expected to lose. And these are friends, some of my business partners, people you trusted, people you believed in. And as painful as that shit is, I mean, it teaches you something powerful. Life moves forward even when people don't. You can either, carry the loss or carry the lesson, but I chose the lesson. And this one hits really hard, guys. When your vision outgrows your circle. And I'm going to try to be very, very specific here. Because again, there were, seasons where I wanted more. But the people around me didn't. They were comfortable. They were safe. They wanted stability. And I wanted to fucking build, man. I mean, grow, scale, leave an impact. And the biggest change wasn't leaving them behind. It was accepting that not everyone is meant to come with you. And the truth is, elevation requires separation. Now, leading even when you're breaking inside. And most, business owners actually face this, but on a different perspective, I'm giving you an example of me as a father, right? Because as a father of 7 and also a leader in business, I don't have the luxury of shutting down. So there were days when I was emotionally drained, days I was overwhelmed, days I felt lost. But at the end of the day, guys, leaders lead, even when their heart is heavy. That's adapting, that's resilience, that's being the rock your family and the team can stand on. Right? And this one too. Financial roller coaster that builds character. Because you see, money changes. Income shifts. Opportunities disappear. And I've had high months and months that scared the shit out of me. I mean, but those financial storms taught me discipline. They forced me to build systems. They taught me to adapt financially, not emotionally. The market doesn't care about your feelings, but it will practically reward your adaptability. Now, this one here punches every parent in the heart. If you're a mom or if you're a dad, there's this moment where you realize your kids are no longer kids. They're building their own identities. They're forming their own opinions on things. They're dealing with their own struggles. And as a parent, you have to evolve from protector to guide. That change, it's emotional. It's really heavy, guys, but it's really beautiful. And me becoming a grandfather, I mean, that's the real or the true perspective shift, because becoming a granddad didn't just make me emotional, it redefined success. It wasn't about the money or the fame or the business wins. It became about legacy, like leaving an impact, generational growth. And that's a kind of change that reprograms your entire soul. And guys, another deep one here. Killing the old version of you. As again, this is so deep. And I had to let go of old versions of myself. I mean, the insecure version, the scared version, the freaking broke version, the hustler version, the people pleaser version. Because every level required a new identity. You cannot hold onto the old you and expect a new life. Adaptation starts with self-transformation. And here's the hard truth, guys. And if we go back and talk about the market, I mean, the market doesn't care. So you'd better care more. Because you see, algorithms change, platforms change, clients change, the trends actually change, industries change. And guess what? The industry doesn't slow down, so you can catch up. It moves, and it moves freaking fast. And the people who win are the ones who move faster. So adaptability separates winners from whiners, right? Now, you really need to hear this, guys, because you've got to stop craving stability. Start craving adaptability. Stop resisting change, but rather start embracing it. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. You've got to fucking move. Start fucking moving. Because life is going to change no matter what you do. Your job isn't to avoid change, it's to get strong enough to thrive through it. And if there's one message, guys, that I want you to take away from this episode, it's this. Life changes. People change. Situations change. You change. And again, the ones who win, the ones who rise, the ones who build greatness are the ones who fucking adapt. So guys, thank you for listening. Share this with someone who needs a wake-up call. Because again, at the end of the day, guys, you have to freaking adapt. Because as I've said, everything changes no matter what. And there's nothing you can do about it. So you've got to literally prepare yourself and adapt quickly and adapt fast. And that is a wrap for today's episode. Remember, no matter what challenges you may face, there's always a way to rise above and keep moving forward. With the right mindset and determination, nothing can hold you back. Nothing but up. Thank you for tuning in, and be sure to subscribe to our podcast for more inspiring conversations like this. Listen to us on Spotify and on YouTube. This is Jamir Angelo, the founder of Funnel Expert PH, and this is Nothing But Up, the podcast. Peace, y'all.
Nothing But Up, the podcast season 3. This episode is brought to you by Funnel Expert PH, the world's leader in sales funnels and automations. Visit funnelexpertph.com to learn more. And also presented to you by White Coat, the content creation house, crafting content for the world's most famous brands, organizations, and high-profile public figures. Visit their website to learn more. See you on our next episode. Peace, y'all.